RumbleCrumble here, and we are running a solid 60 frames in this creative server. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking how I made this cookie farm, and I wanted to go through a full tutorial on how to do this for you guys. I know you guys want to see it, that type of stuff, so here she is. This is basically it without all the decorative design. This is a fully functioning, whatchamacallit? I need a minecart actually. Automatic wheat farm. And to prove to you guys that. Okay, no it's not. 1 second. Oh, alright guys, so I fixed the problem. Basically, I had these as droppers and not dispensers. That was my bad. So, like I was saying before, to prove this is actually working, half cookie farm, because you need the cocoa beans, we are just going to start by turning it on first. We have to go this way to get our speed ramped up. And there we go. And let's flip that on, and now you can see that the wheat is actually growing while we're going by really fast. Now, there is something cool about this that I will tell you guys while making it step by step for you guys. But I just proved it's working, so we're going to turn it off now. And break this. And you'll see all the items got collected on that last little harvest there. And they all ended up in here. Well, they're going to. It's just, it takes a little while for the things to go. And plus it gets caught up on this redstone here. It's a long story, but it'll make its way down eventually. This redstone, to fix that, basically all you need to do is to prevent the redstone from stopping here. Just do this and then just do that. And now all the items should flow through when it's actually not on. So, okay, so you can see all the wheat still flowing through. There's more to come, it's just it hasn't made its way yet. I'm actually going to get these items again to show you guys because I have a chest of what you need here. So basically, let's go over what you need here. You need 10 sticky pistons. Now, what I was saying earlier is something cool is you can actually expand this to however long you want. So if you want a 10 row, like 10 per, then you use 10 sticky pistons. If you want 30 long, then you use 30. So these are interchangeable. 10 dirt, same thing as that. 15 repeaters, a stack of redstone. You're gonna need, it's gonna be less than that, but you might as well get a stack. It's really cheap to get. 36 hoppers, a stack of random blocks. Now obviously you don't see a stack here, but you might as well just take a stack of cobblestone or something. So I just put 64 in there. You need not one water bucket, but you need like enough to fill up this, which I didn't want to put like 8 water buckets in there, so I just represented that with a water bucket. A hoe to till the dirt. 10 dispensers, I changed those from droppers. 2 redstone torches, 3 comparators, 1 lever, 10 rails. Well, that's dependent on how big your thing is. 2 powered rails, 2 detector rails, 32 stone slabs dependent on how big your thing is, 1 chest, wheat, bone meal, seeds, bone meal, and 1 minecart. So, we're going to get busy actually building that stuff here. So we're going to put all the stuff in my inventory. Even though I am in creative, we might as well just have all the stuff in inventory because this is all that is required to build it. And we are going to build it step by step here for you guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, step 1 is first to build 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sticky pistons right here. Now, second thing to do is you take your repeaters and you just place them in like that. So you have a basic sticky piston / repeater. Alright, so after you ended up doing that, what you all want to do next is you want to kind of, so the dirt is going to be here. There's going to be the dirt here and there's going to be water. So you actually want to mine all of this out here. Oops, let me just, oh no, I just got rid of my random blocks. We'll just use sandstone for the random blocks. It could be anything, really. I was just using black stained clay, so it stood out more, but we'll just use sandstone. So you dig out 3 here, and you take your hoppers and you place them in. Now to place the hoppers, you gotta, let's just do it by this. So you dig out here, 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 and you place that there, 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 and you basically do this whole row, making sure you're always putting it on the next hopper. Don't put it here, put it here. And then we come to this row, place your first one here, place your second one here, not here, here. And then finishing that up, you can just do this, making sure that they're actually touching the hoppers and not the sandstone. So they're all directing into each other. and to finish it off, you basically do that. Alright, so next step here is basically to take this and place a whole bunch of dirt on here. It's a pretty simple step here, and we're just going to finish that off by also taking some redstone and putting some redstone dust all along these repeaters here. And yeah. Okay, so for testing purposes only, this will only be here temporarily. This is just so we can see where the pistons will be extended. So after you extend your pistons with one redstone torch, basically take your random block, whatever it is, and just quickly make a little area here. I'll go an overview point for you guys in a minute. Basically here, it'll contain basically your whole thing, and you'll have this little slot here, and you just basically take your water and you place your water just like that. Alright, so we're moving on to the next step, which is actually going to be to place in the dispensers. Now, to start the dispensers, you're going to need to place, or at least get a block right here so you can look underneath. You have to be like right up against here, holding shift, and so this little circle part is actually facing down. Once you're doing that, you can just go along this little water portion and place all your dispensers. Make sure they're dispensers and not droppers. I made that mistake. And bam, once those are all set, you can then move on to your next step. Okay, so this next step actually consists of actual redstone, and it gets quite interesting. So first thing you want to do is you want to come over to the left side of this and come about right here. So you're even with this redstone. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you're just about right here. Place the redstone torch down. After you place the redstone torch down, make sure you get your comparator. And basically all you have to do is you have to place this here. Make sure this lever's up. If this lever's down, that's bad. Make sure it's up. Take your redstone and just do that, and you'll see it starts flashing. That's good. That's good for us. So what we're gonna want to do next is basically make a little bridge here. And to extend the redstone signal as far as possible, we're gonna put repeater here. And then we're going to take this repeater and we are going to line it up here and basically literally place the redstone on the dispensers. And now you can tell it gets kind of loud. This is where your lever comes in. You place the lever right here and you flick it on. That'll basically stop the dispensers. This is your on and off switch for the bone meal. Basically placing that lever there and flicking it on, and this will basically make sure that this current is always on. So it's not flicking on and off for these dispensers. You can leave this as it be. It can constantly continue to flick. Alright, so moving on to the next step, we're going to want to try to get the rail going. So make sure you get your rail pieces here and start work on that. So basically, I like using half slabs. This is the part where you can actually destroy these blocks if you want. This is purely cosmetic portions. I actually prefer it that way because then the minecart doesn't slow down and you actually go faster. So I recommend destroying these blocks and replacing them with half slabs. Now you take this block, the one right next to the whatever's right next to the dirt right here, and you place a detector rail. Then you place a powered rail, and then you place a whole bunch of rails till you go onto the other side. You see the dirt right next to it. Place the detector rail, place the powered rail. Then you basically do this. Don't place one right there because we're going to be placing a normal block right there. Basically, it's surrounding it completely. I messed up there. And then all you got to do is place a block here. Just like this. And you should be good for this step. To test out this step, basically just take your minecart, place it in here, get it starting, and it should push you back and forth just like that. Easy enough to make a minecart that goes back and forth at a pretty decent speed that we can farm with. Getting off the minecart and destroying it. Okay, so moving on to the next step, we actually want to get this whole like mechanism set. So basically, you go over to wherever your detector rail is, see this little slab here, you break it, and you dig 2 down. So you can see the rail, and then you can see 1, 2. Break this second block and put redstone underneath it. Break this, do that, and you're going to run to the hopper there, so just go around it. To access that, just go like this, and you'll eventually reach the point on the opposite side. Continue this redstone signal. Now you want to continue this till you're actually one past here, and actually you can actually do this just like that. So as soon as you hit this little redstone portion here, you can actually start blocking up here. Then after you block up here, you can actually next thing you want to do is you want to put, this is where it gets kind of you gotta pay attention. So you see this redstone signal here? We blocked up 1, blocked up 2, so now we're right here. Now we're facing this way, opposite of the farm, and we go left 1, and we place this here, and this here. So if you're looking at like this, you can see there's a repeater, comparator there. Then all we need to simply do is attach, and attach. Place a repeater going this way to extend the signal. Place some redstone dust here, and basically come to here, basically one off from this torch. Next, we're going to come over to the opposite side here, which basically you go 2 down. We're going to do the exact same thing and put the redstone. Now we don't have to worry about hoppers here, so we can go straight on like this until we hit this redstone, and then we can do exactly that. So we take this redstone here until we start building up immediately after the redstone. So 1, bam. Then just like before, except we're flipping it, bam, 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 comparator, redstone, redstone, all on 1 tick. There's no ticks necessary. Connect them up like this, just like that. Now I'm actually, and do the exact same thing here, I'm actually going to explain what this does. So if we place a minecart here, let's move it about, like back and forth, have it go back and forth here. Okay, so if it makes its way over here slowly, it won't actually. So let's just push it. You'll see how fast the tick actually is. You see how fast this lit up? It makes it so that the pistons go back and forth really fast. I'll show you again. Watch it. Boom. You see how fast that was? Compared to a redstone signal. See how long this actually lights up? Like the redstone compared to the actual comparator. See, boom. It just flashed really fast. Oh, I actually forgot on the side to put a redstone repeater. And yeah, basically all you gotta do is come back here, replace these, and you are pretty good to go. We'll move on to the next step. Alright, moving on to the next step, all you gotta do is take this middle block, which is lined up with this here. You can actually destroy this now. Place a block here. Take your torches. Place a torch here. Take your redstone and put it just like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where things get exciting because we are indeed done. That's right, you heard correctly. The machine is actually 100% done. All you gotta do is load these dispensers up with bone meal, and I'll show you actually some features after this. But this is the basics. If you just want to farm just like this, all you gotta do is follow this tutorial. It doesn't even have to look nice. It can look bare as this, and I'll show you exactly how it works. So then we also need a minecart. Okay, so to start this, all you have to, I have to till this also. Make sure you till the, not till, I need a hoe. Gotta get my diamond hoe. Make sure you till this dirt, that way you can actually plant stuff on it. So let's place this here to turn it on. Voice crack, you guys love that, I know. But to turn it on, all you gotta do is flick this lever, get in the minecart, push it a little bit, and you're good to go. And the machine is in 100% working order. Look at that, guys. We just made ourselves an automatic bone meal farm. I am literally holding down the right click button. I'm not doing anything else. You guys can put your own design aspects on it. I will be going through a couple cool features if you guys want to add them onto your farm, which makes your farm better and basically improves it. But we'll get right into that. Okay, so basically one feature that you guys might want to have, and we gotta do the same thing that we did over here with this. First we need a chest, and we need hoppers. Instead of, this is kind of necessary, not a little feature. You'll see this stuff is all piled up in this hopper. So basically all you gotta do is you gotta take your hoppers and place them all facing this direction into this chest. And they'll all eventually make their way. And actually, since this is flashing, and this redstone is actually preventing it from actually moving, all you gotta do is you got to take this stuff and extend it one higher just like that, and that'll prevent the issue from happening. So now all the stuff will freely flow into your chest, and this will be your collection point. Okay, so here's a couple little cool features that I have that I'm going to show you guys. So we're going to quickly get a lever here, and we are going to add this. Actually, we're going to get a button because that's more efficient than a lever. So this is a nice little feature that if you want, it doesn't necessarily have to, you don't necessarily have to have it. So basically we put this button here, and you'll notice all this stuff is just lying on the dirt, and you're basically done. You're saying, hey, I'm done farming, but this stuff's lying on the dirt. I want it all to go in the hopper. You just basically take this redstone signal, make sure you remember to not collide with any of the previous redstone, and we're actually going to take one of these repeaters just to extend the signal there, so that way when we press this button here, you'll notice, bam, it'll go into all the hoppers and clear it out. So this button is basically, hey, I'm done. I just want to push this once to make sure all the wheat falls into the chest, and it'll all go into the chest and nicely flow for you, just like that. And then the wheat will pile up here. Okay, so moving on to the next little feature is going to be the hopper system for the bone meal. So what you want to do first is you want to take a whole bunch of hoppers here, and you want to pile them up. Now I would recommend doing another pair of hoppers just like this into this, so that the redstone doesn't conflict with what's going on. And yeah, then you do this, and you take chests and you take trap chests. So you have normal chest and trap chest. Now what you're going to do with these is you're going to actually just do this. Now it's okay if they're double chests here. Oh, that works out just as well because they still go into both the dispensers just as easily. It just saves you space and time. Now what you could do is you could do this. Here, let me just destroy these. This will make it more local and I just say like prominence. I don't know the exact word to it, but making sure that each one has its own chest. Just alternate between trap chest, and you could line up all of them here. Then basically if you want a wall, so let's just put a wall here. You just put the wall like this, and then you do another layer like this, and of course you can just do this. But you put another layer like this, and then you put another layer like this. You'll see how to get your chest actually accessible through this wall. So the thing I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a hopper. I'm just going to put them all on the front facing of this. Make sure they're going into the chest. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did 2 seconds ago. So basically I'm just going to run around, do the alternate for all of them, and then take trap chest and just put them in between. And then one more time, we're just going to do this. Now, you have to kind of show the hoppers here. There's not really much you can do about it. I'm sure you could do some different redstone, but this is easy. It's all the same. You do the exact same thing here, and just like that, you can have a refillable bone meal dispenser system that not only has a lot of storage so you can go for a long time, but also is accessible through a wall to make it look nicer like this. So basically you'll see that this one has 53. And if I open this up and put bone meal in it, you'll actually see in just a second this will actually start to fill up. Now there is actually one flaw between all this, is that this redstone powering it is actually preventing this from filling up. So it will actually only work when you have it on. It'll actually only fill up actually when you have it on, but that's okay. It still works the exact same way because it'll just wait in here, and it'll just wait and it'll wait and it'll wait until it's ready to actually go. So yeah, that's how you actually expand that, and we'll move on to the next feature. Alright guys, so sorry for leaving you guys out here on this exact build, but I'll show you exactly what I did in a second. It actually took me a while to make this. So basically our next little feature here is this system that will basically pop out a whole bunch of seeds while you're riding it really fast, so you never run out in your hand. I'll go in game mode, survival when I'm done with this. Actually, let me quickly fill. I'll fill it up later. I'll fill these up in a minute, just after I show you guys what's going on here. So you put a whole bunch of seeds in here, and it'll drag it all out. What this lever does is it basically turns the system on and off. I saw that hopper fly out. There's not a hopper. So you can see all these seeds popping out, and you actually get a ton really fast. It'll basically keep spamming your inventory. If you want to make it slower, just hit this, hit that. Make sure both of them are the same, and it should work just as fine, except a little bit slower. Like that. See? Both of them are popping out. Okay, so let's go over exactly what I did here. So I took this lever. There's a lever right above here, and I took a redstone signal right here. I immediately pushed the signal into this comparator, and if we leave it on, let's leave it on so we can actually see the redstone in action. So I flick this on. You'll see this actually powers this, which loops the back in itself, making sure this torch is up, and it'll flash. And it'll go into this, and it'll go into this piston, this redstone torch, which actually goes here. Let me show you the actual thing. If you see here, there's actually 4 droppers all facing up. The same thing on this side. Make sure there's no more repeaters, otherwise it'll throw it in sync and it won't work. Off sync, I meant. Making sure it powers this, basically same thing, into this same thing. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to have, and you'll actually have it working just like that. And we can actually, after refilling this, so you basically just put them in this chest and you're good to go. Let me just patch this up, and we should have a fully functional AFK farm here. Let me just get some more bone meal to load up in this thing, because we want as much as possible for this thing to work, because we don't want to be running out in the middle here, so we just fill up these chests. Bone meal, fill up all 9 slots. I think I left this one too, so I should get 2 stacks each and 3 stacks in the last one. Okay, so let's just get a stack of seeds really fast, and you'll see, not bone meal, nice. Seeds. Oh, one last feature I wanted to go over is if you have a dispenser. You break this block here, and you take a minecart. So let's say I have all these, and I fill it up, and then I take a button. This is a quick little feature. And I put it on back here. I press this, and it'll automatically dispense your minecarts for you, so you don't need to constantly hold them. It's simple as that. So yeah, that's basically all the features. We're going to show this bad boy in action in game mode survival. So let's go to game mode 0. Game mode 1 really fast. Get some food. We can actually just get wheat from this thing, but I'm just going to eat really fast so I can actually sprint. Okay, so let's turn on both these systems. So the bone meal system's on. The minecart's out there. Let's flick the seed system on, and let's get going. So basically you'll notice I will be in the number 1 slot the whole time. You'll see it constantly keeps refilling back up to 64, meaning that I can stay in this car all day long. I could literally be away from the keyboard. And whoa, what just happened there? I think there was a little lag spike there, like a little glitch, but I could literally stay in this thing all day long and hold down the right click button, and I'll constantly get more seeds than I can handle. You'll notice that my inventory actually fills up like more seeds than necessary. I now have 2 stacks starting with 1, and that's okay. If you have that problem, we can actually quickly do this. Oh. Let's quickly do this, and let's set this tick delay even faster. This is actually the slowest it can be. If you do one more, well, actually it could be one more than that. So we have it now slower than before. Let's just collect all these and put these back in the chests, because we don't need them. Get in this bad boy again and stay at 1 and get moving. So you'll see, bam, I'm literally staying AFK, and you'll notice now the stack up isn't as much. Oh, I'm in game mode creative. So now you'll notice that it goes up to 64, and it'll use them, go up to 64. It will barely add more to your actual thing, and you can find that sweet number to the point where you're not running out in your inventory, but you're not getting too much extra in your inventory. You'll see I'm stuck at like 61, 62, eventually go up to like 63. It just all depends, and remember that you'll get seeds back in your hoppers when you're done. So yeah, this was a quick little tutorial on how to make the wheat farm that I made on factions. I'm actually gonna turn this off so you guys can hear me. Do one last click. Boom. It all gets harvested into this chest, just like that. And there's tons and tons of wheat that still hasn't come in, that and all that stuff. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this tutorial on how to make it, make sure you guys really hit this like button in this video. I want to see how many likes we can go for. That'd be epic. And if you share this with your friends on your own faction server, if you don't want to make this, show your friend this video and he can make it for you. On the faction server. It really would mean a lot, guys. We just hit 13,000 subscribers. We're so close to that 15,000 mark. Share this with your friends, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you guys added this in on your server. I want to see how many people actually do. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.